Zhou Bo, welcome to the program. As tensions continue, Taiwan could well be the flashpoint, if not militarily, between the United States and China. And this was the issue that shaped talks when Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and Defense Minister Wei Fenghe met at the Shangri-La dialogue in Singapore. Tough words, but does this differ necessarily from what we've heard before?
I don't think the situation in Taiwan Strait is becoming more intense simply because people talk about this issue all the more. Because of the war in Ukraine, I understand people might just have some kind of imaginations over Taiwan Strait, but it is in China's best own interest to resolve this issue peacefully, as it was mentioned by General Wei Fenghe. So we only laid out the conditions to employ non-peaceful means in extreme conditions. For example, like Taiwan declaring independence, which I believe will never happen because they are not so stupid. And then how about major events or incidents leading to separation of Taiwan? This is what General Wei stressed, right? If anyone dare to separate Taiwan from mainland China, then PLA will do its utmost to fight to the end. These are all the conditions for us to employ non-peaceful means, but otherwise, China still has the best wishes to resolve this issue peacefully.
Well, President Joe Biden has said yes a number of times when asked if the United States would defend Taiwan militarily, and this has led to talk that Washington has experienced a material shift in its own strategic ambiguity. How will that impact China's calculations in the context of reunification? And do you think people in Beijing are beginning to rethink and think possibly that a military solution is the inevitable one?
I think we have seen some kind of changes in American policy towards Taiwan in a gradual manner, because previously this is mentioned to be strategic ambiguity, in which the American administrations would talk about the one China policy. But in recent years, some scholars like Richard Haas have mentioned that they should shift this policy from a strategic ambiguity to strategic clarity, to let the mainland know that if the mainland launch a military attack, the U.S. military would definitely come to Taiwan's defense. In short, American government is still talking about a one China policy, but I believe it is paying more lip service to this because it is providing more and more weapons to Taiwan. It is sending more ships to sail through Taiwan Strait, and we know even from American newspapers that the U.S. military actually has been training secretly Taiwanese troops in Taiwan. So how can we just be rest assured with America's one China policy? Why not blissfully ignorant? Why not naive?
Well, staying with the Shangri-La dialogue in Singapore, there were very strong words from China's General Wei Fenghe when speaking about Taiwan. He also warned countries against foreign interference. And he also said that the weaponry displayed at the 70th anniversary of the People's Republic of China a couple of years ago have already entered the service of the People's Liberation Army. Is he sending a signal to the United States and also to regional actors like Japan?
First of all, there is no doubt about the determination of the Chinese military to safeguard China's sovereignty. On the second issue, he actually was asked about this question of China's hypersonic glider, which theoretically could carry nuclear weapons. He did not say yes direct to this question, but he didn't deny it either, and he was pointing to the weapons that were on parade in Tiananmen Square to say that PLA actually has all type of weapons necessary, and these weapons are already being deployed. And he talked about the necessity of research and development of new weapons. Well, this sounds quite logical to me.
Zhou Bo, thank you very much.